Alrighty, folks, we're back. Somebody with no opinion there. Just looking at him, just judging me. Look at him. All right, well, we're gonna give her back on this thing. The plan here is, well, I want to work on, I think I have some random door latches which I would like to put in here. They're a little goofy. They're like a universal bear claw, but it almost seems like I just have two left sides, which, you know, in the big picture, we can just make it work. It's not that big of a deal. I think they'll work. I don't know. I'll look at them. They say a pair. I guess I got them at a swap meet, but they're a little different. But I think they'll be fine. We'll look at that later. I think first step though, we need to redo what I liked with that step on the other side. So, basically we're just gonna give her, we're gonna retemplate this super quick. We're gonna remake this on the other side. So at least I have the similar setup. And I think we're gonna, well, maybe we'll scrap the latches. We're actually just gonna try to finish the back of this truck here, or at least this part. Let's finish this roll that I was working on. I know everybody's saying you gotta fix your exhaust machine, blah, 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 but I can't bend this pipe in there anyways, so even if I had it, it wouldn't do me any good. The pieces I'm trying to do are too small, and I don't have dies that are that small. That said, there's a whole lot of hydraulics and stuff I have to figure out on that thing, so that one will sit on the back burner. I should get it to my iron worker, but I haven't really touched that. Everything's here. I haven't swapped the motor around. I mostly am just waiting for my machine to do cleaning, so I didn't want to jump into there, have it working, and then it's still just hot garbage sitting there. So I haven't really needed it. I've been using my plasma cutter for a lot of it. So anyways, back at this first step, let's rebuild this step, and then we're going to move in and, like I say, get that transition what I feel is good in the back. And then maybe if we have time, we'll do some we'll try test fitting some lights and things like that in there. All right, seem like a plan? Right on. these panels are a little bit different somehow, which whatever. Those things happen. I think it's because the truck is essentially different from side to side. We kind of copied the profile on the other side, but this one clearly needs a little more loving. But I know this is too tall. Somehow everything got a little too tall. I think the other fender, there's something a little bit different about it. Which is not the end of the world. So we're trying to get it fairly close. I mean, that's acceptable. It's not great, but it'll have to do. I'm gonna go check the back though. So around my door gap area, this is what it sort of should look like. You know what? That one's close enough. Just trying to figure out. Maybe that's where we're at. Well, that's actually pretty good. Somehow this got too long. I don't know how. I made it off the other pattern. Okay. Let's trim a little bit off of there and then we should be on the money. Well, that sucks. This template obviously was hot garbage. Like nothing lines up the way it should. Look at this gap. Gross. Here, we're sort of okay, but this didn't come out as crisp as this line. The rest of this is pretty close. Like the measurements are the same. I was going to trim it, but it's only an 1/8 difference, so I just left it. It does need a lot of massaging and some cleaning up yet. I just wanted to get them roughed out and made. I guess I'm just going to quickly remake this one. I mean, I could fill this, but I don't know. That's just starting to get excessive. I can maybe use chunks of this for something. I don't know, but for now, I think I still have that little plate. There might be enough to make another one of these. Some of this is right, so I'm gonna just kind of redo my template to this thing, and we should be good. So I'll quickly run through that. We'll get that thing blitzed all together, and hopefully won't take too much longer, and we'll kind of give her. I guess I'm about an hour and a half, I think, making everything so far. It was going pretty good. All right. Well, I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to template up. Oh, here it is. We'll grab this. We'll see how far I veered from this. It's supposed to be this side. How far did we veer from this? Not much. It's just that much different, I guess, from this side to the other one. I could forcefully try to get this fender to go there, but the fenders are just naturally going to be different. Things are just going to be different, so that's okay. That is fine. I held this there. I thought it was good. It's not so much. So let's modify this and let's cut a new one.
Well, that pattern worked way better. I was trying to fluff around with the old one, and then I decided, you know what? Screw it. Tape's just way cheaper than steel, so I just taped the hole out. I don't know how fellers do it so it doesn't so sticky. I think you use maybe a different tape maybe, or just dust the panel a bit so it's not so dirty. I could double tape it. I didn't put enough tape. I should have crisscrossed, did a bunch of stuff, but hey, that worked much better. So anyways, we got that one first try. It's trimmed, not fully on the bottom and stuff yet. This looks a little off, so we'll have to fluff this to get it nice and straight, but we still got a little more trimming back here. I think we can bring this back and get a little bit of a better fit in here yet. But when getting the hang of it, I think this pipe, you just, like when I do it in the my press, my bender, I just kind of lay the pipe, put my mark where it's supposed to be. I put the pipe in the middle and I just let it screw up the pipe, and I just do a 90, and it actually seems to get me right on my line that I'm going for. Anyways, we have done that. Now, let's go to the task at hand here. I want to finish this. Lots of people like it. I dig it. So I think we just got to go through with this. So, yes, lots of welding. But I think if I go down, I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go under and like dig under. I mean, I'd like that, but I think it just looks right if it ended with the box. Overall, I think that is that's where we're gonna go. So let's so that means we're gonna have to, it's gonna come under. I think this brace is good. We're gonna have to trim up this thing, like loosen that a bit. And just as a mental note for myself, now when I take the box off, I'm gonna have to go and pull it back because this is gonna tuck underneath here, which is fine. Alrighty, well, let's get started. Well, folks, I think that looks awesome. I like it. You can get the, kind of just finishes off the back there. I know there's some differences here, but maybe when we push prod and try to goof around with the fender a little bit to fix up a few of the flat spots, maybe it'll work. We don't know. But till then, that has got a nice sweep. I like it. It's just got this nice custom look going across, eh?
All right, now see if we can mirror this on the other side. Good thing you can only see one side at a time, right?
So the problem I have now is you can see how this lower tube is going to hit this pipe. And we could cut it short, but one of my mounts is actually like right there. So I guess after I'll just grab the plasma and we'll just shoo it out, or I'll come in and zip the bottom and maybe just use that hole thing I got to punch them. I don't know. I think plasma is the way to go. It's not that important. Then we can just run that tube, and then we might have to trim this. Guess we'll use the plasma because this angle that I have here, we may have to trim off a little bit because it just kind of pokes past where this swoop is here.
Fun times. All right, well, anyways, we will grab some pipe. I need a little bit piece and we're gonna do the whole sliver deal all over again.
Well, I'm super happy the way that worked out. That did everything I wanted. That part took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but well, even this was a bit of work, but I think the overall fit is nice. Struggling here with this panel because it is 16 gauge, and well, that is a hard steel to bend. Yeah, I don't think that thing's gonna work out for me. I'm gonna do a flip plate, but not that particular one. Anyway, you can see here, I just cannot get these things to go wrap right around. There is still some issue, I think, with my inside. Yeah, we're still struggling with the inner lip in the box there. We'll have to trim that up. That could probably pull back a little better after, but I don't think I'm gonna use 16. I'll probably use something lighter like we've been using on the sides. Some of that 18 gauge or 19 gauge, whatever this stuff is. That'll be the plan, but hey, I really dig the overall profile we got going on. I like it. I think in what the big picture we're gonna do is what I didn't really want to do originally, but I think I'm gonna go to that way, is we're gonna sink the this tail pan into the tubing, and then we can round this corner and it'll just kind of hug. It'll give it a depth, like some three-dimensional dealio to it. That way we'll be able to mount our lights, but I don't think we'll like French them in there. We'll be able to mount the lights, they'll be able to sit flush, and then we can probably continue that trim, and then maybe have something floating over top of this, if that makes sense, whether it's like a mesh or we do something. Like instead of, I know some folks had mentioned like a Nerf bar bumper or do something like that. I think the box, if we sink the tube, how do I say that? If we kind of put this behind the tube or midway into the tube, kind of like how we did the box, the steel up in the front, I think it'll give it the illusion that it's almost like a Nerf bumper, on top of being our license plate holder, lights, things like that. I don't know. Things to think about when we finally get there. Might daddle with that next round, I don't know. But I'm pretty happy where we're getting. Maybe we'll actually play next round a little bit with the fenders, just see if we can push and prod them just to get a little more bubbly roundness to it. That'd be kind of cool. And then we'll have to go work on the running boards, and then there's lots to do yet. Well, folks, I think that is where we're going to end up leaving this one. I want to thank you all for watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.